Well, hello there. This is Von Theobos from Connect to Soul, once more visiting you with a prosperity and soul wisdom oracle card reading. And as I promised you, I would have a different hairdo this morning, and I certainly don't need to worry about it flicking into my eyes today. So let's get down to business. And it is the 1st of October here in Australia, and it is the birthday of my firstborn son, Victor. So happy birthday, Victor. And as a result, I'm expecting 15 people to come for lunch. So, however, I have time for this morning. I've just baked a cheesecake, which is what all I had to do. And the rest of the family taking care of everything else. Isn't that wonderful? So, look, just let's get some business out of the way. As you all know, I was going to be doing a retreat in November from the 6th till the 17th. Was that right? No, that doesn't sound right. The 6th until the 13th. But Mount Agung has interfered, and we've had to cancel that retreat because, well, some people were not willing to take the risk, but neither are the insurance companies, and we can't get travel insurance. So unfortunately, there will be no retreat this year. However, it means that on the 10th of May, 2018, there will be another retreat from the 10th till the 17th, hence my confusion with the date. And I do suggest, if you are interested, to contact me really quickly, because the people that couldn't go this retreat are definitely booked in for the next one. So that's going to be booked up very, very quickly. So let me know. All the descriptions will be down below for you to contact me either via email or through my website. And if you want to have a private session with me by Skype or personally, also contact me by email. Is there anything else? Oh, and Spiritual Book Club will be on Monday night, and that is going to be really rather special, because I'm going to show a 1-hour interview with the author of the Book of Awakening, Mark Nepo, and so that will be a little different than usual, but again, very exciting. So let's get down to business and the card reading, and of course I am using the beautiful deck by Abraham, Esther Hicks, and it is Money and the Law of Attraction, which I love as a teaching tool. Money seems to always be something that the first limitation that we put onto things that we really want to do or experience, and so it's important to get a really good relationship with money. So let's see what they're wanting us to look at for the week of the 2nd of October, which starts tomorrow. Wow, what an amazing time we're going through. You know, it's so interesting, because I teach very much about going from head to heart to soul, and the signs started to occur a couple of weeks ago that this retreat wasn't meant to be going ahead. And so, but you know, I really went into my head and I went, no, I want to do it. I want to do it. Well, the universe had other ideas and threw in a little thing called Mount Agung. And even though it's nowhere near where we're going to have the retreat, it's now made it impossible for us to go. And so the thing that I always think, that if all the doors start to close, then that has a really big reason. And therefore I'm now so excited, because I'm looking forward to why, what is waiting for me? What is waiting for me that I had to be somewhere else during that time? So I'll let you know. Okay, let's see. Come on, let's give us a card. Guys, let's get with the program, and we would like one card, please, that is going to be very, very profound for this week. Okay, oh, okay. No, I don't. Okay. I'm going to just keep. Can we just flip a card, please? You know, that's what I usually like. Very demanding, you know. But I don't seem to be being listened to this morning. Oh, no, I don't want. Oh, okay, look, there's one sticking out. Let's have that one. Oh, look, you know, Doreen Virtue, who I have watched for many years, up until recently, when she's gone on a different journey, and that is fantastic, because she's been a wonderful guiding light for many people for many years, and her journey is taking her elsewhere, and that's fine, and you still have a choice to follow her or not follow her. But one of her favorite sayings used to be, "You just can't make this stuff up." And I must say, that's how I feel right now, because I was just telling you that, you know, one thing when a door closes, and of course you always feel disappointed, and you know, you go, oh, why has this happened to me, and why couldn't I make this happen? But the whole trick is not about what is happening. It is how can you maintain your feeling of well-being. And so this card reads, I can deliberately choose to feel better now. Wow, how appropriate is that? Can you see it? Isn't that just a beautiful card? And I think, yes, I can, and I have. I can just, she's smoking some sort of a pipe, or is she playing music through oh, maybe I have a better look. I think she's playing music through a trumpet, and flowers are coming out. There you go. Look, I think that's what it says. Well, that's my interpretation. And I think, you know, that we can. That is really what true empowerment is about, is to be able to, no matter what the outside circumstances, to be able to take your thoughts to an emotion that feels good. And, you know, I love that. I think that's really important. So let's see what the message is. I'm just going to get my trusty amethyst crystal here so I can stick it up here. And it says, not only does the thought you are choosing right now attract the next thought and the next, and so on, it also provides the basis for your alignment with your inner being. As you consistently and deliberately think and speak more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will find yourself more often in alignment with the pure, positive essence of your own source. And under those conditions, your life will be extremely pleasing to you. Wow, what a great message that is. That is just so much about what I teach all the time, is that, you know, your thoughts are yours, and nobody has any jurisdiction in the area of your thinking. That is your private place, and you can take your thoughts and you can think anything that you choose to think. The problem is that most of us think without thinking. You know, we just have this random ramble going on in our heads that we are not taking any notice of, or take responsibility for how that comes out, or the amazing effect our thoughts have. So that is your private place where you can begin to plant the seeds for whatever you would like to experience in your life to come. Every thought creates an emotion, and it's the emotion that creates the vibrational frequency that then begins to affect source. It begins to attract a frequency of the same vibration. And therefore, it is essential that you begin to take control of those thoughts and decide what you want to do with them. And that is the connection with your inner being. So if you only choose to think thoughts that feel aligned with you, that feel good, you know, within you, within all of us, we have a pure light energy. And it's only the outside circumstances that allow us to dim that light. But if you can go back to where the thought originated and you change the thought to something that's really beautiful and loving and caring and nurturing for you and for everyone around you, then everything in your life will begin to change. So, as she says, not only does the thought you're choosing right now attract the next thought and the next and so on, it also provides the basis of your alignment with your inner being. So the more that you align your thoughts with your true self, with the essence of you, with the with the being that lives behind the facade, and you know what that's like when you are doing something that feels good, that makes you relax, and as I always say, it makes you purr. That's being in alignment with your source, with your core self. And then, once you align all of your thoughts with that, then slowly but surely your outside world begins to change to align itself with that. What a powerful message that is. You'll find yourself more often in alignment with the pure, positive essence of your own source. And under those conditions, your life will be extremely pleasing to you. Because funnily enough, your soul, our soul has only one intent for being here, and that is to expand itself into joy and love. So the more that you align yourself with things that will give you joy and will bring you love, well, how can that bring you anything but pleasure? It's a very powerful and very important message that we tend to forget. We are so busy pleasing other people or having expectations. Whoa, that word is a great one. Expectations are fraught with disillusionment because our expectations are often unrealistic. They are created to please other people, or they come from ego and we want to look good. Or we have very high expectations of ourselves that we think that we have to be something to be loved by others or approved of by others. And so when that doesn't happen and doesn't work, then, you feel so disappointed, and often you start to beat yourself up, and it is a downward spiral and you just become miserable. But when you change that word expectation to the word expectancy, I love the word expectancy because that means that you are always looking forward to something about to birth itself, yes? And so then you start to look at the world differently and you start to go, wow, I wonder what that's going to be like, and I wonder what that's going to mean for me, and I wonder why I ran into that person. And, life becomes just a whole series of surprises and wonderful interesting experiences. So throw away the expectancy and start to have expectancies, right? And what did I say? Let's try that again. Throw away the expectations and start looking for the expectancies. I'm not going to do that again. You know what I'm saying here. It is all about allowing free flow of life rather than wanting it to be a certain way. And look, this week was just such a proof of that for me, because even though, people started to say they didn't want to take the risk to go to Bali in case Mount Agung, erupted and blew its little fufu valve, I kept thinking, no, I want to do this. And the reason I actually wanted to continue to do it is because my beautiful people at Summers Cottages and the Balinese people, they need us to come. But, I didn't want to disappoint Summers Cottages and the staff and the people and suddenly, cancelled the bookings. That would affect a lot of people. My driver, for instance, who's, you know, relying on us coming, and all of that was really weighing very heavily on my mind. And so I thought, look, I'm going to keep doing, I'm going to move forward, something, I'm expecting a miracle. And then last night when I got a call to say that there was no travel insurance available, it was like the universe saying, okay, now are you ready to give it up? Are you ready? Are you ready to listen to us? And so I took a deep breath and I started to smile and I went, okay, then I got the message. You know, and as much as I didn't want it to happen, when something is absolutely determined to go a certain way for me, then I just have to go there. I just, you know, it's the way that my soul, I sign up every morning to be soul directed. So then if I don't listen to soul, it gets a bit cranky with me, you know, and that's not a good thing. Having a cranky soul is never good. And so my relationship with my inner being is just so prevalent in my life that I trust it implicitly. And therefore, this wonderful thing about I can deliberately choose to feel better now has become the way that I live. Because if things are not working for me, then I just instantly think, wow, when I allow my soul to be in charge, it's always bigger and better than I could have imagined. So I'm now waiting for the bigger and better, which is very exciting for me. And it begins today with all of my family coming for lunch. So, having said that, look, leave me some messages down below if you know, some comments about what I've just been talking about. And let me know how difficult or how easy it is for you to change your thoughts when things are not working. Because really, that's an art that we all need to learn. Because we have control over our thoughts if we want them. But you have to consciously make that decision. So, yeah, please leave me a comment. And also, if you are enjoying this, please subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends if you'd like to. And you know that little thumbs up like thing? Okay, give that a bit of a click. And that will just encourage other people to come on board on my YouTube channel. And this week, I'm going to promise you that in the middle of the week, I am going to also run a blog where I won't use the cards. I will take a topic and just talk about it. And I have a topic already in mind that kind of came up with last week's card reading. So, look forward to that, okay? Midweek you will see me again. So let's have a quick look now at what card I can find to complement this particular lesson for today, yeah? And I'm using Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray, who is a British clairvoyant, and I'm finding these quite fascinating. So let's see what is coming forth out of these cards. So guys, if you've got something else to say, please pop out. Whoops. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. All right, we've got two that have popped out, so let's look at them. All right. Wow, I love these. Okay, the first one is Kutumi. I do love the Ascended Masters. And Kutumi is just really one of my favorites. And it's called the Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Wow, there you go. Have a look at that. Oh, have I got you right? Okay, so that's Kutumi. Yes. Wow, that is wonderful. Cloak of Wisdom. Well, that's what we're talking about, isn't it? We're talking about, excuse the clonking of my wonderful amber pendant. And I think maybe that is my old friend Ush having something to say, because I bought that in memory of her when she passed a couple of years ago, because she was so full of light. And this is so full of light. It's a beautiful amber. But I will stop clonking it. I'll just hold it. All right, so Kutumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And again, it complements what we were talking about. It is trusting that the inner being knows. It knows where the highest version of you can be expressed. And when we learn to trust that and follow that, it'll take us on some amazing journeys. It's a lesson that I've had to learn many, many times over the last, 30 years of having chosen to become a consciously aware being and in tune with my soul. And when you allow the life flow to just present itself and to allow it to flow through you, miracles do occur. So we're all surrounded by a cloak of wisdom, and we all have great wisdom within. We have to learn to trust that. We spend so much time, and this is because of the way education is structured. We learn to trust external learning, right? So we go into a school and they teach us what we are supposed to know, which overrides what is already hidden within us. And so some people go through a whole lifetime and never ever look within to see what their own inner wisdom is. And so I would really like to encourage you to, yes, by all means, embrace the outer knowledge, because I'm an insatiable learner, but align it with and make it icing on the cake. Don't make it the cake. That's an interesting analogy. You know what I mean? Your true wisdom, the wisdom that is most important to you, lies within. And if you never look there, you're never going to find it. The knowledge outside actually is often knowledge that is meant to guide you to your knowledge within. So, when you're learning something that comes fairly easily to you, then you go, oh, I wonder why that's so easy. Well, because you already have a foundation of that wisdom within. And when you put the two together, then you can skill up and it becomes something magical for you. So a very important card. So this week, spend some time in meditation and find your inner wisdom if you haven't already done so. So let's look at this one that came up with it. Look, I don't know how to pronounce this wonderful creature's name. It's Cernunnos. Cernunnos. It is called, it's not a name I'm familiar with, Life Force. Of course. We're talking about life flow, life force. Express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. Oh, wow, this looks like it's going to be a great week. Isn't that an amazing picture? So I won't try and pronounce that again, because I'm sure that I've got it wrong, but it is a beautiful card, and I can certainly talk about life force. The life force is what gets us up every morning, and it's what keeps the seasons going, and it's what makes the flowers grow. I mean, do you not love that? That is a cyclamen I bought for myself as a present on Mother's Day. Now, Mother's Day here is in May, and it is now October, and that plant has been in that many flowers ever since. That is unbelievable. And it's still producing flowers. And I just love it. So I thought I'd share it with you today. So let's look at the life force. Express your driving passion. Now, that doesn't have to necessarily have to do with sensuality and sexuality, but it does have to do with your creative powers, which is all in the second chakra. So it's all in that same place. And creativity is part of the soul's toolbox to grow to expansion. It is through creativity. It's through unearthing your personal gifts, which all lie down there, and allowing you to find what you came here to express so that you can expand into joy. Because you know that when you are doing something that comes very naturally to you, and that comes, you know, that you really love, that heightens your vibrational frequency, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. When I do this, my vibrational frequency goes off the scale because I love what I do. I love interacting with you. I love talking about our inner self and our soul connection. And when I do that, I mean, I am buzzing. You know, as they say, it's better than sex. Well, you know, um, it is just something quite different. It is so special. It warms your heart. It makes you feel it makes you feel that you are actually a part of the life force, that this life force is truly expressing itself freely through you. And so that is what I look at when I see this card and says life force. Express your driving passion. Look, whatever it is, whether it is, you know, fixing car engines or making beautiful sculptures or digging in the garden or making furniture or baking cakes. Whatever it is, creativity is not about arts and crafts alone. It is creativity is about the creation of life into the physical. However you do that. Well, this has been a really powerful card teaching today. I don't like calling it a reading because I think readings are about, you know, clairvoyance, and I don't do that. I like to teach. So I hope that the messages today have been of some help to you, and that you found, you know, something that says, wow, that was really something I needed to hear this week. And so I wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week of joy and love and expansion and connection to you, connection to soul. And, you know, really, if you want to do some more work with me, I do have the Inspirational Manifestation Masterclass beginning again next year on the 31st of January. And I'm now actually looking at running two, one in the evening and one on a Saturday afternoon, because I know not everybody can do it in the evening. So I haven't quite sorted that out yet on my diary, but I will. And as I said, the next retreat is the 10th of May. Hurry and book for that, will you? Just send me an email, or I haven't changed it on the website yet. So the best thing is to either send me an email, or if you're watching this on Facebook, send me a PM, and I'll book you in and send you some details. So again, have a fantastic week. My week is beginning today beautifully with all of my family coming, except my daughter, of course, who lives in Kuala Lumpur with her husband and two beautiful children. But the rest of them are all turning up today to celebrate my son's birthday and his father's birthday, and someone else. Oh, my nephew's mother-in-law is here from Malaysia, and it's her birthday also. So 3 in 1. We're going to have a lovely barbecue. And so I hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are. And please love yourself and be expanded in joy and in love. Namaste. Be kind to yourself.